welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss about process of social casework. So in the previous class we discussed about social casework and basic concept of social casework. So I mentioned that each and every person has certain problem and social casework is actually to understand human problem and giving certain solution to solve that problem. And also I mentioned that if you want to do a psychosocial studies, first we need to know about, or the first framework we used to look on the basic concept of social casework. So for understanding a human problem and for solving that problem, or we can say that for helping to solve that particular problem, as a social worker we need to go through certain process. So the first process is called as intake. So intake is nothing but a face-to-face meeting between client and social worker. So a person who is coming to agency for getting the assistance of a social worker. So in this first step, which means intake, the social worker try to make a rapport with client, because client need to be feel they are comfortable in this particular environment, and social worker should accept client as he or she is. So don't judge the person according to their personal characteristics or their status. So we should accept the client as what he or she is. Okay. So in this particular phase, that is intake phase, social worker try to understand the family history of a client and also the reality, the perception of the client regarding the reality. Okay. So this is actually for making a good rapport, and also we can say that to building a professionally deeper relationship between client. So client should feel comfortable in that particular environment. If they are not making a rapport with the client, client will not feel comfortable in that particular environment and they will not be in a position to open up themselves. So that's why intake is considered as one of the first process of social casework for understanding the client, for understanding the reality from the perception of client, and to understand the deep history of, or we can say that the family history of the client. And also we need to understand what is the client's actual problem. So, or we can say that what are the problems which are facing by client in this particular stage. Okay. So the second process is called as psychosocial studies. So in this process, social caseworker try to understand psychological as well as social reality of the client. And since client is living into a society, there can be a direct or indirect effect of sociological aspects in client life, and later it is actually leading into the psych problem of a client. Okay, so in this particular phase, social caseworker try to understand their family history. Along with that, they will try to understand the actual problem of the client and also the client perception about the problem. And also in this phase, social caseworker try to understand certain aspects of client, or we can say that certain fact about the client. So first fact which social caseworker try to understand is actually about the client personality. What is the nature of his personality, or we can say how the client is behaving. All these things the social caseworker try to understand in this particular process. And the second fact which the social caseworker going to look actually the nature of problem, or we can say what is the actual problem and how this problem emerged in their life, how the client is looking towards this problem, and how this problem actually affecting the client. All these facts the social caseworker tried to look onto this particular process. And since social caseworker or social worker believe in dignity of human beings, social caseworker try to understand what all are the steps or strategies used by client in first time to solve this particular problem, or we can say that what all are the strategy he planned to solve himself to solve this particular problem. And social worker try to understand the strategies properly and will try to study about the strategies which was used by the client previously. And also it has been understood that due to faulty socialization and the problems in psychosocial development, mainly problems is actually happening in a client life, or we can say that individual life. Okay, so social caseworker try to understand how he socialized, or how the development of psychosocial happened in the client, to understand where it is actually the problem started in client's life. So the third process is considered as social diagnosis. So in this particular phase, social caseworker adapt a treatment for solving this particular problem, and they will try to find out the fact about the problem and will try to make a particular treatment to solve this problem. So there are mainly three components in this particular phase: the person, the problem, and also the agency. And the social caseworker try to analyze whether they can solve the problem in agency itself, and they will try to make a diagram about the problem and how they need to solve this particular problem in agency. Okay, so there are certain processes for social diagnosis as well. Now we can check about the different process of social diagnosis. Okay, so the first process of social diagnosis is considered as gathering information. So in this phase, the social caseworker try to understand the proper information, or they will try to gather all the information about the client. So gathering information can be through primary data or the secondary data. Secondary data means through the records of this particular agency, and usually they try to gather information by using what we can say interview, observation, and schedule, questionnaire, and many different methods. They will try to understand or to collect different information about the client problems and about the client as well. The second process in social diagnosis is considered as diagnostic study. Okay, so in this diagnostic study, usually a client who is coming near to a social caseworker used to say many problems in his life. Okay, but as a social caseworker, or we cannot solve all the problems together. So with the help of the client, social caseworker should pick the most pressing problem in client's life. Okay, so first we need to solve the most important, or we can say that most intensive problems in client's life. Okay, so that is actually diagnostic study in social diagnosis. So third process is evaluation. So with the help of client, social caseworker should pick the most threatening problem in his or her life, and the social caseworker should understand or evaluate how this problem affecting the client life. Okay, which means psychological aspects, sociological aspects, and also physical aspects, how this problem affecting a client. The last stage, that is diagnostic product stage, the social caseworker should frame the proper solution for the client, or we can say that social caseworker should help the client to solve his particular problem. So there are certain types of social diagnosis, and which was given by Perlman. First one is dynamic diagnosis, which says that finding the exact problem immediately. And then one clinical diagnosis, which means the problem which is clinically oriented. Okay. So the third one is known as etiological diagnosis, which means we need to understand the history of problem, like from where it is started, how it is started, all in this detailed manner. Okay. So last one is treatment. For treatments also there are certain 10 processes we need to understand. Now we can look on to the process of treatment. Okay.
So the first process is initial phase. So here the worker examines how the problem has been realized by the client, and in this phase the problem is taken at face value, and the worker formulates a temporary analysis of the problem at hand. Along with this, the worker also makes the client realize the problem that he or she is facing. Second one, motivation and role induction. In this phase, the social caseworker starts the process of building therapeutic relation to start the process of treatment. And the treatment procedure is started after asking the client what he or she expects from the treatment process and explaining in detail what help the agency can offer. Here, the worker also encourages the client to go through the treatment process completely. And third one, primary contract. In this stage, social caseworker draws up a preliminary contract, either written or oral, with the client to start the treatment process. And the fourth one, diagnosis and assessment. Though the process of diagnosis and treatment goes on throughout the treatment process, in this phase, detailed information about the problem of the client is set down so that the treatment plan can be drawn from that. Also, the type of treatment that will be suited for the client is analyzed and assessed. Say for example, which method we can use for this particular treatment, like counseling, behavioral modification, advice, etc. And fifth one, establishing treatment goals. So first one, prevention of breakdown. Second one, ego strengthen. Third one, restoration of social functioning. Next one, creation of opportunities for growth and development. Self-direction experience. And last one, change in environment. And sixth one, developing treatment goals. There are three major dimensions of developing a treatment strategy. First one, formulating a strategy. Second one, selection of a specific treatment procedure, and last one, developing a method for evaluating the impact of treatment program. And moving on to seventh phase, preparation of actual treatment. In this phase, after all the information is collected, the preparation for implementation of treatment plan is done. And eighth one, application of treatment methods. So treatment can be done conventionally in three ways. First one, administration of practical services. So in this case, the client has social problem like unemployment, lack of education, etc. And the client is not able to utilize the resources that are available in the society. So the social caseworker acts as a mediator between client and the resources so that the problems are solved. Next one, indirect treatment, or we can say that environmental modification. In this case, the problem being faced by the client is psychosocial in nature, where the stressful element in his or her surrounding social environment is causing psychological problems, and the social caseworker aim at modifying or manipulating the environment by talking to people in the client's immediate social environment and convincing them to change their behavior towards the client, and these indirectly help the client to come out of his or her problem since the stress from the surrounding environment reduces. And third one, direct treatment. This is done when the client lacks the capacity to adapt to changing situation. And direct treatment is done through counseling, therapeutic interviewing, psychological support, and through interpretation and insights. Ninth one, monitoring and evaluation. Monitoring and evaluation is very important in each and every step of treatment so as to understand the effectiveness of treatment procedure and to change treatment method in case the effect of those treatment goals are low. And the last phase in treatment is planning and follow-up and termination of therapeutic relationship. Termination is a very important step since the process of social casework, the client and the social caseworker get attached to each other, and therefore it is not good to end this relationship. The client must be informed that social casework is about to be terminated and the follow-up must be done thereafter so that the consistency of social casework can be maintained.
So these all are the major points in social casework process. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you like my videos, please subscribe, like and share. And if you have any doubt or if you need any concept clarification, more detail, please comment below this video. Thank you so much.